How disappointing. Can you hear me now? I'm going to play this again. This is the greatest jingle by Brad. Maybe I have. Crap. I get. Okay. You live and learn. Okay, let's pretend. I'm going back out. Hold on. Boy, this has just been a real winner. You learn something every day, right? Here we go. The new jingle to the live What's Up Boomer.
Mic check. Camera check. Live stream connection check. Lights check. Christmas lights. Phil, you forgot the Christmas lights.
No, I didn't.
They're on now. Coffee poured? Good. Stand by, Phil. We're going live in 3, 2, 1. We're doing it live! It's another live Phil tonight. What's up, Boomer? Come on inside. He's got some stories and a sense of humor coming through your screen tonight. The road got rough and the plans all changed. Life has a way of getting rearranged. You play the hand that life hands out and make the best of how things have turned out. Whoa, what's up, Boomer? I retired, but I'm working full time. Whoa, what's up, Boomer? Home Depot gets the rest of my time. Big map, no guarantees. Wait for Maserati and some miles left in me. You live, you laugh, you figure it out, making the best of how things have turned out. We talk about it all. Alexa, AI, YouTube and school and the reasons why. Budget, social security, retirement days, grandkids and legacy in so many ways. Whatever life brings, we keep rolling along, making the best of how things have turned out. Pull up a chair and join the show. Bring your questions and comments.
Just, oh my God. We must finish. You got to finish with the ending.
Pull up a chair and join the show. Bring your questions and comments. Let's go! Stories to tell and some laughs to share. You never know where Phil goes from there. Set the dial and adjust the rabbit ears. What's up, Boomer is coming in clear. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Phil, that's Phil.
Yes, how about that? Oh my goodness! Although it wasn't. No. Yes, Brad will have to do this song when we do karaoke. Yeah, there's people that do it. Whatever. Good idea. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, D. Thrive. You're gonna quest. I'm gonna have to learn how to say that now. But anyways, yeah. Can you believe it? So Brad, the infamous Brad of the channel, the community member and friend. Brad is the Brad we're talking about. Not one of the 5 that showed up. Was it last week? He's the real Brad, and he made this for me just out of the blue. The guy, I'm telling you, that's pretty good. When I first heard it, I thought, see, I don't like musical intros. You know, people that do YouTube channels and they add something, usually a lot of times from their whatever, and I think that's good. But and I'm not going to use it for obviously my videos, but for the lives, perfect. So I've listened to it now probably 5 or 6 times, and every time I listen to it, I hear a little bit something new that he had said, and he has nailed so many funny idiosyncrasies about me and the channel in this tune. It's good, and now he says it's that YouTube won't ban me or flag me for copyright. We'll see. I couldn't. I had to play it on my phone because. Uh, this is why I'm here for the community comments. I hate to give you a compliment, but that was amazing, D. So here's Brad. That's almost total. This is the Brad that did it. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Now, I agree. So, Brad, after listening to it like 6 or 7 times now, and twice on the intro, because the first time it didn't go through because I had to go live. Anyway, every time, you know, I'm listening to, I'm hearing more of the lyrics and stuff, and it's like, how in the world did you fit all of those very specific things in about the channel, about me, about the Christmas tree? Really fun, really cool. Very cool. All right, I'm going back up here. We've got, yeah. What's funny is Alan, who I work with, he made a comment. It must have been on Facebook or something, but it showed up here earlier. Now it's gone. And it said that he was the moderator, Brad, and for everyone to be nice and cool tonight, or because he would be watching the comments. But then it disappeared. I don't know. It was done at like 10 o'clock this morning. It's pretty funny, man. All right. Let me get to the comments where we need to be. Sage, that's okay. Yeah, I know you're on. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Sage. So, Brad, I don't know if you saw this, but you have been called out. You will have to do this for karaoke. I just made some coffee. I put some, what's that stuff I bought? That stuff in here. It's supposed to be mentally sharp and physically sharp. Oh, yeah, well, thriving Algonquin. Adrian Drax, as you know, I got that down, but it's it's so freaking funny, man. That I hate to give you a compliment. Yeah, that was good. It was fun, man. Yeah, you know what? I'll be dancing if I wasn't headed to bed. That'll be great for my drive home tomorrow. It'll counteract the antihistamines. Oh, hey, Brad, at least you got that going for you. Oh my goodness. I don't have it blowing into the mic, but Brad, as you know, it's freaking 100 something. I've got 2 fans going. You know how people always say, this is a pet peeve of mine. You're never going to hear me say this, I don't think. Because they say audio is very important. Now, I might be able to turn this little one off, but I got a bigger one that I bought at Home Depot this week. It's a good one. Continental Electric? Something like that. Man, it moves a lot of air. But I've got it over there because I'm in the part of the homestead here on the end. I've got What is it right now? Oh, geez. So let's see here. It says it's 108, and that's now it's going down, but it was projected to get up to about 111 today. So right now we've hit the high, and we're going to slowly come down. I've got heat coming through there. I've got heat coming through here, and I've got heat coming through the window right here, or at least whatever through the blinds. It's warm, man. I gotta have a 100 and whatever it is. If you're in Phoenix, what do you guys have? And if you're not in Phoenix, what temperature is in your neck of the woods? So, but yeah, I have a fan. I could turn this one off if it's really annoying. So what I was saying is, I'm never going to apologize for the sound. They say, people will stay with you for bad video, but they won't stay with you for bad sound. So, I mean, can you hear me here? Because I have it really turned up so we could blast that new song by Brad. um, but I could maybe redirect or whatever. But yeah, it's a little warm. It's probably about 80 inside right now. That's a little warm here. Hey, newbie. Hey, Mitch. So now you will forever be known now on the What's Up Boomer Lives as newbie. Mitch, thanks for dropping by. We got a good group here. There is a windstorm over here, over there. Really? Is it that bad? What do you mean not even close? The deal, the sound. Oh, so people are always saying in there, Algonquian, Algonquian. Okay, Algonquian. Oh boy, I'll work on it. I gotcha. 114 inside Phil's house, 100. No, it's about 80, 81 maybe now. I don't know. You know what's happening is my air conditioning for the first time is brand new. I put a whole new system in 7 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah, and it has never had a problem keeping up until this year. So when it gets to 110 to 12 and up, we got to what 117 last week. Uh, I've got it set, by the way, at 77. And it's 80, 81. Or it was. So, whatever. But you know what? This is about my comfort. I don't care about yours. And so here's what I'm going to say. I know people are being very respectful and nice when YouTubers say, hey, I apologize for the noise. I see these guys, like in the Philippines, people coming by on their motorbikes real loud, and they go, oh, I apologize. I'm not apologizing. It is what it is. If I'm outside doing whatever and so on, I'm not apologizing. Why do I need to apologize for that? Good night. Spotify debut now. Sage, you said you were going to whatever, bed. Good night. Okay, good night, people. I love it to be here. Phil is the retirement champion. Hey, thanks so much, Sage. So good to see you. Yes, Spotify. Hey, Reddy, how much is your monthly electric with the AC running all summer? Well, let me tell you, Reddy. I have I don't think you have to be a senior to get this. You just have they average out your previous year and say, pay this every month. So here's what I pay. I used to pay $144 a month in my little 3-bedroom place here. It's a mobile. And just this month now, it went to 160 because they based upon the previous year's usage. And you know what? I use minimal. I used to set my AC up to like 80, 82 when I was gone, and I'd come down and I'd have to bring it down, and it overworked it a little bit. Anyway, I just set it at 77, 78. Right now it's at 77, and within 2 hours or so from now, it'll be down to 77. It's just from about 3 or 4 in the afternoon till probably 6 or 7 at night. It just can't keep up. Thinking about shading the AC thing out there, the blower. So I don't know. So I pay 160. Now, to your question, Reddy. During the winter here, I will typically, it used to be, my utility usage was under, for sure, $30 a month. During the summer, it was over $200 a month, maybe up to three. So I just like that. You know, it was nice. I used to do that, but then I thought, man, I got hit in the summertime with these over $200 bills. So I changed it to this flat rate, 144 for the last up a couple of years actually, and now it went up to 160. All right. What did I do? How much am I? Okay, yeah, with the AC. Yeah, and it does run all summer. Actually, summer here, I turn the AC on probably around March-ish. March to April for sure. April it's running now. It's on full time. And it'll go through October, maybe even into some parts of November. 92 in KC. All right, newbie. All right, Mitch, cool. 92. And humidity, Mitch. Don't you try to pretend like it's probably warm for you guys. My brother just moved to the area. He's a Denver Bronco fan, by the way. And he now lives in, I think, Olathe, the Olathe area. Hey, Garden. Garden, I appreciate your comment. I'm trying to recall it because I was going to cover a little bit of that tonight with what is retirement and why. And I'm rethinking this now because I've been getting blasted about it for a long time about you're not retired, you're still working. I kind of understand. I might explain that shortly. Newbie, no. No. Mitch, this is this is a cool guy here. Don't take anything personal from him. Very funny. He'll bring you into the fold real quick. Yeah, bye, Sage. I can hear you over the windstorm. Yes. And I'm gonna stay cool that way. So you're saying the system is almost near replacement? I hope not, because a replacement for even a little place like mine really can be $14,000 to $20,000. I got it for, if I remember right, 6. I shouldn't. I don't want to. You know, I don't know who's listening, but I used a licensed person who worked for a school district, and they got the stuff for me and put it in. It's a great deal. That's what you got to do when you're retired and working. Whoa. Oh yeah. Hey. Oh, Bradley. Okay. Hey, Brad. I mistook you for that other Brad, that troublemaker Brad. 109. Yeah, in Chandler, Arizona Field. You must have a cool friend. Yeah. You know what they say, Brad? I like this. I had a friend. He was a friend on social media years ago, and he's in Tucson, and he'd always bust on us Phoenicians and stuff. You know how that goes. And he'd always say this. He'd always make a Facebook post, and he'd say, "Yeah, it hit 108 today here in Tucson. It was time to roll the windows down." We all here like our bravado about temperatures. And, you know, having lived most of my life in Colorado and an early part of my life in Ohio, and never understanding people here that I'd see pictures from Colorado in the wintertime down here, beautiful sunny skies, be 52 degrees, and they would have their full winter garb on, the scarves, the hats, the boots, the jackets, and I used to think, yeah, I used to actually have a kind of a like critical attitude about that. That, you know, these people are just whatever. And I remember coming down here, and when I moved down here, and a friend of my parents, I said, "What's a good temperature? When are you comfortable?" Because I was suffering the first year. He said, "Well, to be honest, the perfect temperature is about 90 to me." And I thought, this guy is a freaking crazy. And then he said, "No, you know, to be honest, about 95. If it's 90, 95, man, that's perfect." Well, guess what? After being down here now, I don't know, 15 years, where I agree with him 100%. And yes, Brad. So yeah, if it's only 100 and whatever, it's a cool front here. 71 in Gaylord, Michigan. How about that, Dave? Good to thanks for stopping by, man. 71. Now, Dave, if we hit a 71 degrees right now, we would have our jackets on. You know, we'd have our jackets on. Probably some hats. That's so we can only wait till that. That's our winter temps here, and they're what would you call it? It's heavenly. Oh yeah, 84 in Kentucky. That's where my brother is. You know, I got good roots in Kentucky actually. Not from there, but 84 sounds good. Although I know you have some humidity there. D. Mm. Well, obviously your air is working better than mine. So it looks as though you can say Algon. Well, I already forgot Quine. But how are you doing on the Adirondacks? Okay, Adirondacks. Okay, hold on, Brad. I'm giving you too much. It's time to change now. The There, we're changing the deal here. We're going to talk a little bit tonight about what is retirement. I'm gonna have to work on that another time. I'm gonna have to work on that off camera, D. My daughter has an 800 in Central PA in February for a town. Wow. Hey Ryan, appreciate your comment on the latest video as well. Daughter 800. Okay, you know maybe this is the topic tonight, but you know guys, our this well I don't want to get political. We're living in times that are a little bit out of control. This is not acceptable in the country. All the money we you know man, I have some real close stories I plan to do some videos on about medical care. I think utilities as well. With all the things we do, this just isn't. That's terrible. Too bad. 800. I mean, even I must be a you know, like maybe probably a 3 bedroom house, maybe 2 story, maybe you know. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, Mitch. 74-degree dew point. See, here in Arizona, if it gets to 50 or so, swamp coolers don't work. And it's been as high as 60 lately. But yeah, a 74 dew point. Oh my goodness. So in other words, you don't have to shower there. You just you just have to take a towel and wipe off, and you're good. Lenexa. Is that Lenexa, Pennsylvania? Cool. Cool. Good. Yeah, you got to keep up with that Brad. He'll keep you. He'll keep you in line. Our electric bills during the summer can be. Oh my goodness, guys, summer. Yeah. Like I said, mine are over 200, and I'm in a mobile trailer or whatever. 3 bedroom. It was my parents. I need to tell that's a story to be told. As a matter of fact, it's maybe some content that would actually people would watch as far as getting this place ready to sell. Uh, if I could walk over with this if I had a long enough deal. In the front door, because things have kind of settled, you can see sunlight through the door. So I have those things that come with Amazon shipments, those silver, you know, they wrap them kind of like insulation type stuff. I've got those things in the cracks of the door. Shut the door. Perfect. I have to do that during the summertime. 83 in Ohio Garden, Arizona, way too high. I know. You know what? I've only been here 15, some whatever, 17, whatever years. And this is the first summer where I said, you know, and this is maybe a combination of all the other things going on. Maybe moving to a more affordable area, closer maybe to the grandkids. Um, but this is the first summer I've really kind of got, okay, I'm kind of done with this. Maybe find a better place. I prefer dry. Yeah, it's true. Dry heat is something. Yeah, no, no, D, there's no doubt. Actually, 100 degrees tonight. We're having, though, our monsoon season. Let me just see right now. According to according to the humidity here, it feels like 111. Mine says 108 right now. And where does it say? Humidity, it says it, okay, guys, it says the dew point is 61 and the humidity is 22%. So it's somewhere in that area. And it just makes it really kind of tough on my air conditioning system, really. But yeah, hey, 100 degrees when we get out of the monsoon, it feels good. I almost think it helps with feeling if you've got body aches, just soreness. It feels good. It feels really good. A snowman out of sand. Nope, not that I know of. I don't think that's been done successfully. You've got this. Yeah, okay, good. Just got to work on that new one now. Yeah, Armored is here. How about that? Too bad Biden ran us into the ditch. Now we have to deal with this inflation. Well, yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm in a 600 foot apartment. $80. Yeah. Mitch, I used to be in an apartment years ago here in Phoenix. That was the only outside wall was the back side, which didn't get any afternoon sun. And oh my gosh, it was so cheap. My utilities was very affordable. It's like $12. I keep saying to you, you end up with mud. Have you ever eaten pemmican? Hold on. Well, I can't tell you if I've ever eaten it if I don't know what it is, but I think I've heard of this. Pemmican. Pemmican recipe, pemmican definition, pemmican bars, pemmican beef jerky, pemmican calories. Let's just see. Ooh, oh my God, would you guys eat that? That looked like it. It's a concentrated high energy food made from a mixture of rendered animal fat, tallow, and pulverized dried meat. Oh, actually, it'd probably be good. It was invented by the indigenous peoples of North America, served as a vital, long lasting trail ration that could last for months or even decades without refrigeration. Wow, no, I have not. I would eat that though, even though that picture right there looks very unappealing. Judes! Hey, Judes, everybody. Yes, good to see you, Judes. Yeah, watch out, bro. Hey, yeah, D. I don't remember how you got this power as a one of as the only what do you call it? Monitor, whatever, moderator. I don't know how we finally figured that out, but yeah, could be worse. We could have had the yellow bus lady. Hey, Kevin, I'd like to get your thoughts about the concept of urgency and how it is not as much of a concern in retirement. The idea of being able to put things off and the challenge of staying motivated. Oh, this is good stuff. I don't know if I can get into this as far, but the concept of urgency. Let me tell you. So, Kevin, I'm gonna go with the first thing that came to my mind, which is this idea that I got to catch up, that I got to invest, I got to find, I got to start putting stuff away and find high yield investments. No, I'm done with it. You know what? Because the reality is, and with my history, and this is different for every single person, and one of the things I've been thinking about since I did my video I posted the other day, retirement is literally unique to every single individual. No two are alike. I saw this deal one time about this explanation of, gosh, it's a type of physics and how depending on you could be here or here or here or here, and it all moves the create it all moves under the power of the creator, and so everything is individual. Um, so Kevin, what I've come to, at least where I'm at now, is my urgency is I've made decisions about what I need to do, which is remain debt free, I have a really good video. I think it might go viral. It's talk about how to handle debt as you approach retirement, or if you're in debt, or if you need to get rid of debt. You've got 3 or 4 choices. And this is what people need to hear, though, for hope, because, yeah. Anyway, you got to get to that point, and you got to move on. And then you got to, so I try to save as much as possible. I try to live very simple. And so that at the end of every month, I have money left over. And for what? For any emergencies I might have, or health changes. You know, there's 2 people on that are very popular YouTubers right now that have just been given notices that their health is now compromised, and that changes everything. One with, anyway, one with, well, uh, back problems that are nothing they can do about it, and another one with like the rheumatoid arthritis. This changes your life. So I can only live now today, get myself in as much situation as possible, the best situation. And I do have a son and daughter that, thank God, they will help me if I have to say I need to move in. I've got that as my absolute last backup, I think. The idea of being able to put things off and the challenges of staying motivated. Okay, well, so Kevin, I'll just say this about you. I'm going to remember this. I may have to address this further. This challenge of staying motivated. So I almost think, I didn't put out a video for a month because I just didn't feel like it. And even every day is, I think it's a form of depression. And there's various reasons for why we might feel not motivated or even depressed, where we just don't think it's worth it. And so how it's like, it is what it is. It's like, this is kind of what my last video was about. Is like, you know what, I don't need to do anything to try to get better. In other words, try to get better financially. I just need to set up my life that's good. And I don't care about, because I don't have that much time. Investments work when you have a long runway, when you have years, you have decades. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, you might get more specific about that, but I struggle every day with motivation. And the job actually probably helps with that, because it makes me go, at least I'm being productive. But I hope to get past that. And yeah, this is something I think about almost daily. Not for me. I would try it. Hey, Brad, if you have some, let's do a video about that. I'll try it. Yeah, motivation, Mitch. Yeah, because the older I've gotten, it used to be my procrastination was my motivation. I remember I did my first all-nighter in 8th grade. I was 12 years old at that time, 12 or 13. Not 12, because I was always the youngest in my class. And it was fine. I would wait till the night before. And it was my motivation. My procrastination was, okay, it's now or never. Did an all-nighter, did this book report thing, and just so I wouldn't fail, because I didn't want to fail. Yeah. This is a good topic, because now at 67, going to be 68 very soon. I don't care about a lot of things. I don't care about getting better. But I do care about living a life of value, a life that is, what would you say? Care about still making it meaningful, you know? Care about my grandkids, care about my kids, care about, you know what? I care about a lot less. What I just told you guys is about all I care about. And I care about you guys. I do care about people that are, that I know they're going through a hard time. And the hard times are ahead of us, I think. I'm just not as positive about the future. So, yeah, the motivation, it's a big thing, man. That might be a topic for consideration in the future. brought it up. I'm just commenting. You think you just fell out of the coconut tree? What? Phil brought it up. Oh, yeah, uh-oh. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Any polls tonight? I don't know. Give me an idea for a poll for our group here. We've got one of the largest groups at one time we've ever had. Judes, yes. Thank you, Judes, for being here. Both will be in timeout. That's some mod power. Yeah. Watch out, Brad. I know now what your last comment was about. The political. Hey, yeah, man. I think he's okay at this point. D. Keep an eye on him. What are the most Arizona foods you can the most and more? What are the most Arizona foods you can think of? Arizona? Probably oranges. You know, the Phoenix Valley was really an agriculturally based valley in the desert. It was all irrigation, and the fruit they grew here was amazing. You can go down Southeast Valley now, olive trees, and there's all kinds of cool stuff down there. Used to be too when they went into these areas and built houses, every house on their lot got an orange tree or two. And they still, if you go down to Mesa, I think too, maybe Gilbert even, there's lots of neighborhoods down there that have their own orange trees, grapefruit trees, whatever. It's pretty cool, man. He said urgency. Talking about having. Oh, I'm so far behind on these comments that I've lost track of what we were talking about. Did you know, Phil, that on your community page I can make subscribers moderators? Oh, hey, why don't we practice this right now? So D, give Brad some limited moderator powers. We'll see what he does with it. Armored, I approved your message. Oh my gosh. Phil has the most powerful mods in all of YouTube. Yes, Summer. I like that. That's funny. That's good. And Summer, so what you're talking about at this point, it'd be D, who is thriving Algonquian. Algonquian? Yeah, I don't know what. We'll have to get the story behind that moniker. My approval rating is thriving. No, not yours, Armored. Brad's. Definitely don't give Armored moderating powers. Do I bow first, kiss the ring, or just go straight to polishing the moderator's throne? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. She has high standards, Brad. No talk, looking good. Popsy guy. Oh my gosh. Such a good guy. Hey, Popsy guy. Congratulations on 1,000 and your just commitment to your channel, man. Popsy's been on this channel before. Yeah, I guess. I guess I'm looking okay, Popsy guy, which is hold on. I have too much motivation that I can't stop 80 to 90 weeks. And I can I have too much motivation that I can't stop. You have 80, 90-hour weeks, and yeah, no, I know, Brad. And Brad has challenged me. He says, Phil, what do you mean you're tired? My dad is 85 years old or whatever, right? And he's so like, I Brad, it must be your genetics because I'm going to be 68 next month, and I think in some ways, to be honest, guys, what I think I found is the job is kind of has weighed me down now. After 5 years, I'm approaching 5 years in September at Home Depot, and it's time to move on. I'm just not motivated. I enjoy it. I enjoy the people I work with, our new management. Everything is good, but I go in there and I just go, I just need, but I need to take my type A with that personality that way and just go to type whatever and just relax, enjoy. I get paid well for what I do. I can't. I mean, come on, I'm not worth. Everyone always thinks, well, I need to get a raise, and it's like, for a business, what I do have an important job with handling the money at the end of every night for the whole place, but come on, that's yeah. What do you? Yeah, it's not. It's too much. But yeah, I think my energy and everything. I thought, do I quit? It's part of the runway, and who was it? Was it Summer? Asking me for a runway update, so I'm going to do it. I'm a little behind on what I thought I'd have saved by now, but I have a good savings kind of in place. Um, but I thought if I just quit and go 100% with my YouTube channel, building the community, helping others with their YouTube channels, uh, and I have ideas about that, and also to promote the message of creating, getting your stories for your families done, your legacy. There's been duties that you have to do first to see if you'd be. Oh my gosh! Oh, I kind of like this, Brad. I have no idea what she's talking about, but I like it. Kind of like we're putting you through kind of a test. Humans are procrastinators. Hey, Airborne, I'm 65 and it's getting worse. Yes, I've been a procrastinator, like I said, since a kid. There must be something genetically, or maybe in our upbringings. Because, see, I was a perfectionist, still am, but now that I'm this age, I don't care. It's like, no, I don't, there's less and less deadlines. My biggest deadline on a daily basis is I'm supposed to be at work at 2 p.m. And I'm always there. And if not, I take a late in on occasion. Just I usually choose to. But deadlines, I don't have deadlines. I don't put myself under deadlines. Yeah. So Airborne, what would you say? Think about this. I'm catching up here. I'd like to know what you are procrastinating on. One of the things I'm procrastinating on a daily basis, I'll tell you my biggest and the one that causes me the most stress is putting things away, getting rid of things, of cleaning up, it's just, I won't, yeah. I mean, this is what, take this times 10, it's right over here in this area. Piles. And I bought probably 8 to 10 totes. They're empty. I'm procrastinating going through the sorting. I can procrastinate on everything, Airborne, and it's just kind of, it's whatever. It's overwhelming. So that's what I'm thinking. Get rid of the stress of the job, use my savings, do what I got to do, build the income of the channel, and try to go forward with that. And the whatnot. Let me say this at where we're 46 minutes into this. I'm going to do a little experiment. I've collected all these coffee mugs. Now, crazily, the coffee mugs just don't tend to sell. I'm going to do a whatnot special auction on just my coffee mugs, and I want to put it out to my YouTube community. And I'm gonna when I have it scheduled, I'll let you all know. I'm going to go about 2 weeks out. I'm gonna say, guys, here's a link. Whatnot gives you $25 if you go check them out. It's their way of building their community there, their business. Just ask D. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to price my coffee mugs. I'm going to show you what they are selling for as replacement mugs or collectible mugs on eBay, and they're usually in the $10, $12 range to $30, $40 range, believe it or not. And I'm going to price them at $3 or $4, probably $4 to $8 to $10, whatever. And they make great gifts. And guess what? They're on the link I'm going to give you. It's not going to cost you anything. So in doing that, you can support me, the channel, and get a great mug for a friend or someone you know, like that Dunkin' Donuts, or the infamous Boston mug nobody wants. You know what? Those guys are winning right now. I'm going to wait. If they win the World Series, this mug's going to $100. I'm not giving it up. I have 2 of them, by the way. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to be promoting that. I'm going to talk about it real soon. I'm going to do a live auction thing where they start at like $4. If you're looking for a mug for yourself or for a gift, this is the show for you. And you just give an email and a name, whatever, and you get a $25 credit to use as cash on the platform. But I'm going to ask you to buy a mug from me. Help me declutter, and you can declutter later in life. Thanks for the hey, happy truck camper. Awesome. Yeah, I think I've seen you. But hey, I love that mountain in the background. Are you in Colorado by chance? Got some snow up there. It's probably a 14er. It almost looks like a California mountain because it's got prominence. But thank you for the compliment. What's that driving? Do I have to buy him pizza at the new place he likes? Oh yeah, it's not a new place, Brad. It's Spinato's. Well, they have a new location. It's not new. They've been in the valley 30 plus years. They have a new location. I've already been there once, twice actually. I ate it there once. I picked it up the other time. I love it. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe we should do a poll on this. What's the poll? I guess I'm catching up here. Hold on. Hold on. My gosh, am I? I'm 67, retired. Hey, 6'7", Mitch, you and me. New grandson, gray divorce. Try to stay healthy to see my boys in gray. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so there's another thing I unfortunately stress on daily. And that's health, because I've been through a reality, a situation where my health went fine. I was out helping my neighbor. My neighbor was helping me. We were moving stuff. I bent down to pick something up. Totally nothing strenuous. And an ache came on immediately right there. Just a slight ache. And I didn't feel very good. And then it went from here to here. And I didn't feel good. And I thought, oh, got heart disease in the back. Anyways, that was my Widowmaker experience. I survived it. But here I am 7 years later, and you know, how much longer do you have? I've got a comorbidity that just knocked I don't know how many years off the actuary table of Social Security of how long I will live. I can beat it with diet, I think, or I can help. So, I don't know, man. But yeah, I want to be around for my grandkids for sure. A mod after the poll. Okay, okay, I'm catching up. I'm sure you guys have talked about the poll. How long are you going to work at Home Depot? Okay, Jack. Hey, yeah, you might have asked. Someone asked me this in the last video. My runway, which will be my update, my goal is probably the first of the year. I have to admit, man, it's just 40 hours plus a week, and I like the money it brings in because I'm able to save a good chunk of it. And that's kind of what's helping build my little savings stuff. But first of the year, so one of my plans is maybe to ask for a leave of absence for 2 to 3 months, and then I might travel, see the grandkids, do some traveling for me to inexpensive areas. So for just a few $1,000s, I could do that, and just take time for me. That's what I'm thinking. But and I think what I'm looking at is, I mean, it all depends, but you know, if I had to continue to work even part-time, maybe someplace else. I don't know. So that's kind of the runway vision, although it may change. My son used to be stationed in Yuma, went transferred to Colorado. He likes Arizona better. Ah, good. Yeah, Yuma's hot. That's another thing I plan to talk about is I'm this close now to going down to Mexico, across the border from Yuma, to get this tooth situation situated. I also have this thing about if I was to splurge on something, it'd be for my teeth. And I'm thinking there's 2 areas of the world that are known for their dental, and for couple $1,000s, say $3,000 versus 20 to 30,000 here, you can get that same kind of stuff done. Anyways, just a pipe dream. Popsy guy had a good video on not buying a car. Check it out. Yeah. Not buying a car. Get in shape, walk. Buying a new car, I think it was on. Yeah, Mo. So here's the situation that 60% up to as high as 80%. 60% of people at 65 or older have to work at least part-time or full-time. 80% are working at part-time to maintain their livelihood, and I think it's only getting worse with the cost of goods. Now, let me throw this out. I knew this would happen. When they started demanding a livable wage, and I get that, and I'm not against it, but when they said minimum wage of $15, and all the fast food, this is during COVID or just before, I knew what was going to happen. I had a business before. If I had to pay my dishwasher $15, you think you can buy a $2.99 breakfast from me? No. So I think, and I know this is much more complicated than this, but when we started paying people $15 an hour, and I know, whatever, I knew things were going through the roof. Oh, glad you're still here, Popsy guy. Look him up. Jen Jones. Jen Jones is the one that's been asking for a runway update. I didn't remember exactly. I thought it was summer. Yeah, Jen Jones. So it's coming. Maybe in the next week or two. Just talk a little bit about it. I'm thinking about talking about it as I go out to the new Buc-ee's, because I did a video on Buc-ee's a year ago, and it just opened. And I like Buc-ee's, man. It's cool. I changed my username. Yeah, this is Adirondacks D. Mitch, retire, quit to something, not from something. Ah, I like that. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And that's the thing, man. I do something else. You know? Yeah, that she knows. Yeah. You already escaped death once. Don't let Home Depot finish you off. Go see the kids. Yeah. We've talked about this. I take a breath because I'm getting fired up right now about it. But you're right. You are absolutely right. I've got my daughter, son-in-law, and two grandgirls, and the grandson in your neck of the woods. And if I get out there to see them here um, later this year, potentially, we'll definitely have to get together. They're in North Carolina now. Visit you and everything. Okay, so Jen Jones, they no, they never have, and it's about life, being busy. It's about cost. Um, Now, my son-in-law and daughter and little Emma, who just turned 10 a week ago, it's my oldest granddaughter. They did visit here when he was going through some training and stayed at a resort, so they've been here. My son and daughter-in-law are actually seriously thinking about coming out in the fall, maybe toward the holidays. Um, and the girls, they have three girls, and they're real excited. They want to come and see where Pop Pop lives, which would be so fun. Cleaning up stuff, yeah, yeah. That's kind of Mitch. That's kind of like one of my big things I need to do. More that it's at the top, near the top of my priority. Wow, it's cleaning up stuff, meaning, I don't know, yeah, the clutter, the extra stuff. So if you need a coffee mug or want to buy a gift as a coffee, I got some cool mugs, man. Um, I'll be putting those out. You check them out. It'd be great. And we'll use Whatnot with the free $25 credit. Won't cost y'all anything. And my Alexa just went off. Alexa, notification.
You have one new update. Today, there's a chance of rain near you in Phoenix, starting around 10 p.m. and stopping around 11 p.m.
Wow, that's exciting. You know what that means, guys? Here in the Phoenix Valley and being a senior, I will move my car. Actually, I've done this the last 2 or 3 nights in a row, and it didn't rain. I will move it out from under the carport to get the senior citizen car wash discount, and then hope it rains tonight hard enough to where the dust doesn't collect back on the wet stuff. Phil, you just have to do it. Don't babysit. All right, I know. I'm doing it slowly. I do love Whatnot. Yeah, I've been practicing restraint lately, except for 5 minutes before this live. And you know what, D? I will educate this community to the realities and the not scammers, but just to be smart on that. Because I was watching a show today, just for a few minutes. I haven't watched much of it lately. Guys, they're just paying way too much for stuff. It's supposed to be an auction. You're supposed to be there for good deals. And people get on there thinking, I don't know, that they think you should pay market rate for stuff. No, you don't. You shouldn't. Phil's procrastination is due to the fact that he has way too many ideas. Listen, Brad. Okay, guys out there, maybe Mitch, you relate to this. So when I turned about late 50s, early 60s, actually with the advent of the internet and the creativity it offered, I've had multiple websites, ideas. I was going to keep a blog when I started a restaurant with my then wife, who became the ex-wife. Long story. We were warned, don't start a restaurant, and that's what ended it. Um, I was going to write a book about, uh, basically everybody wants to have a restaurant, and it was basically going to be the reasons why that's the worst decision you can make. And I could write a book by that. I can't now because I've forgotten all the stuff. That was 3 years of in some ways, really great stuff and hell. But yeah, I do. I have a hard time just going without. The only thing I've stayed with now the longest is my YouTube channel. And it's where I'm planting my flag. I think this is great in the community we have and everything else. Hey, Cindy Lou Who. Hi, Phil and chat. Hello. Good to see ya. Oh, so I could kick myself, Popsy guy. After we met, he came out here with some friends that brought him out. They put a little golf, stayed at a nice little resort nearby. Like what? Like less than 10 minutes away. I after the fact I thought this is for you. I should have brought this for you. Maybe I'll just keep. I got two. I'll keep one for you. Hey, how about this, Popsy guy? You can help me out here. I'm gonna make sure you get one. You go on Whatnot, and you get that free credit, and you buy your mug. What I get out of that is if you guys will do that, I get a $5 credit. So that's kind of cool. Hey, Cindy Lou. Yes. All right. Yeah, Jen Jones is a little late, actually. He does have a lot of ideas. Yeah, I do, man. I do. Mark's weather. Hold on, Mark's weather. I found it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh my gosh. Speaking of ideas, Mark's. I still have the cup. I actually had planned, I should have done it, to put my coffee tonight in this cup. But thank you, Mark. Here's the funniest part of this story. So Mark made a deal that says, I'm buying you a McCafe, McCafe, whatever, McDonald's coffee, senior coffee. So in a video about a month or two ago, since I only put a video out every month, he caught me going to a Starbucks. He said, hey, I bought you a McCafe coffee from McDonald's, not a Starbucks. And I knew that, but I had to have a reason to go. And the other day, when I had to have a reason to go get the ice, I thought I'll just kind of work that into the video. going to get the ice, my boring day, my boring life, and I'll get the McDonald's senior coffee bought by Mark. And so here I am. I'm keeping this. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, this one of the funny things about Whatnot is to have a show and to do funny things. There's a guy that asked if anyone wants a picture of his cat. You know what? I think I'm gonna auction this off. Just crazy, stupid stuff. Not expecting. As the cup of my first McDonald's coffee, one of the most popular coffees out there. And you know, Mark, my review. I won't say it. You're gonna all have to watch the video, which is actually for me doing okay. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it explodes. My last viral video took off about the third or fourth day. And right now, this one is wavering. It's close. I don't expect it to. But it just surpassed 4K. 1 day, 13 hours. So a couple more days. This will either die the death of most YouTube videos, or it's going to catch on. And which was the retirement idea of I don't need to get better. I kind of like it. I may be talking more about that. But the McAfee pickup coffee was in that video. And I do my review on what I thought about it. Thank you, Mark. That's cool. The poll would be, okay, oh my God, how far behind am I on? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm a little ways behind. Okay, so here's a poll. Where am I? Oh, I lost it, guys, where I'm at. What does Brad have to do to prove himself worthy to become a moderator? Well, I don't think we run a poll on that. If y'all are here, we've got this guy. He did the thing. He wrote this song, guys, for my opening. It's really, really good. He needs to get some credit for this. And those of you who weren't here at the beginning, let me just play the beginning of this song. Listen to this. Brad did this.
Camera check. Live stream connection check. Lights check. Christmas lights. Phil, you forgot the Christmas lights. They're on now. Coffee poured? Good. Stand by, Phil. We're going live in 3, 2, 1. We're doing it live!
Is that a Bill O'Reilly reference? One more second.
It's another live Phil tonight. What's up, Boomer? Come on inside. He's got some stories and a sense of humor.
There, that's right. Stories and a sense of humor. By the way, in the last video, someone asked about the tree. So the tree has become kind of a, I have to have a tree now lit. Someone asked me, is that up year round? It's been up now, what, 3 or 4 years? So yeah, it's up year round. I normally don't have it on, but I just started using this, and people look for this now. So I gotta have it. It even, someone mentioned it in the Whatnot lives I do. All right. So if you prove himself, I don't know. What do you guys think we got to do for Brad? Now I don't know where I'm at now. Okay, I found it. Yes. Hello, Mark is here. I missed the start. Was getting my classes ready. That's cool. So Mark, I started now. Brad wrote this jingle, which is really good actually. I like it. So Brad, I don't know if you caught this. I couldn't upload it to StreamYard till I can officially do it. I have to hold my phone because they don't allow me to upload a file or an audio file or a picture on the free version. So Jen Jones. So yes and no. I would have to really downsize and even simplify my life even more to live off Social Security, and I'm not willing to do that. That's why I work. And we're, my goodness, an hour into this live stream, and I haven't really addressed what is retirement. because, and I'll just do that here real quick, and that is, you know, someone said in the comments um, on my last video, and I was going to read some of those, but yeah, as always, this is more of a conversation with the people that are here, and it works out good. Um, the I'm I understand. I should probably modify that. I have a working retirement. You know, I know that 60% of retirees, 65 or 62 years of age and older, have to work, and up to 80% have to work at least part time. I think it's as high as 60% have to work full time. I don't have to work full time, but I want to maintain my lifestyle and my savings plan for the runway right now. So I cannot. Uh, what I'd have to do to meet my expenses on Social Security right now is I have to drop every subscription I have, including the YouTube Premium, which I thought was $13 a month. They've raised it to now it's $17 a month, but it's still worth it to me. You know, my other subscriptions like with ChatGPT, and I just have a few others. I'd have to watch my budget, my food budget more closely. I'd probably be more cognizant of lights that I have on. I mean, my utility bill stays steady, except it'll be reevaluated in a year. So if I go right now between 4 and 7 p.m., if I do something that's high energy, whether it be like laundry or cook, that can, you know, I pay full rent. I just have to be more thoughtful about these things. And I don't want to be at this point. I want to just live comfortably. I want to save every month, and that's what I'm doing. I want to be able to go out. I haven't really gone out much except in the last week and a half. I've eaten at Cane's a couple times. I would normally never do that. Um, I went to my favorite pizza place. so, so what is retirement? It's about, you know, enjoying these things. So having a job helps me enjoy more, in more, a higher fulfillment, my life. And there's nothing wrong with that in retirement. I wanted to say this: when I realized, hey, you know what? I'm retired now. I'd left my profession. I wasn't doing that anymore. I was choosing the jobs that I would work, and that was out when I realized I'm going to take Social Security. In my mind, something clicked and said, you know, this is retirement. I'm here. Now, what does that look like? For me, I worked part time. They were working me up 30 hours a week, and I thought, geez, if I went one more day, I could qualify for the insurance, which is why I went that. So I might as well do it. One more shift a week. And so that was 4 years ago. The first year was part time, and then I went full time, and now I'm coming up on 5 years next month. So, yes and no. I can meet expenses, but I wouldn't be able to live my life quite like I live it right now. Mark says, hello. You and Brad need to do that trip to Mexico for teeth whitening. Well, yeah. Brad, I think we've just been like, what, you don't think our teeth are white enough? I don't know. I want, actually, guys, I'm really thinking for, if so, so Vietnam is known as a dental, it's becoming known now as a dental vacation place. And for like $3,000, pearly whites. And I thought, if I'm going to blow it on, you know, that's not money that's going to change the life of my family. I'll do it for me. And that way I would then have an open casket and show off my pearly whites. Walk in 95-degree weather. Oh no, no, I'm not doing that much. Treadmills are worth their weight in gold. I walked 2 miles indoors while it's stormed outside. You know what, Mark? I should take a picture and post it in the school group. There's my treadmill, and I've got clothes hanging on it, dry. They're dry. Bought that. I got a great buy on it. It's brand new. and I just don't use it because I don't feel like it. And no one's here to make me use it. And if they were, that would become what you call an X. Yeah, walking in that heat will show how superhuman you are. Oh boy, yeah. Every trip, splurge, and leave of absence will delay meeting your own. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Jen Jones. It's true. And those little things do add up, and these are little things. When I say I splurge or whatever, it's usually pretty small. You know, that's one reason I put off the payment or the buying of the electric bike, because that was going to be about $1,000, $800-900, maybe as high as 12 if I got the update one. It could go faster. Um, so yeah, the biggest splurge I've made recently was I bought a chair. I spent, you know, $500, and I got to keep it covered, keep the cats off of it. Yeah, they like to. So anyway, and I was just thinking about it today when I went to Sam's Club and I spent $100 on nothing, splurging, just stuff for the house for me to eat for the next week or two. I thought, yeah, man, I didn't need that. I didn't need that chair. Yep. Yeah. What Jen Jones right now, just to give you a little update, hint, I could easily take the next year off and be fine. Probably over that. But then, in a matter of a few years, my savings would be gone. Well, maybe. Loving the interaction and got more channels to check out now. Yeah, good. There's a lot of good people here. A lot of good people here, Popsy guy. Any other gray divorcees out there? How much did it impact your time? Oh well, so Mitch, you bring up that this is a, I've been through two, and yeah, divorce does. It's a and both of mine were not major or anything. Matter of fact, both of mine, in my situation, being a school teacher, they made way more money than I did. Yeah, they should be paying. That's how I felt back then. They should be paying me alimony. But they didn't. And especially when it came to my kid's mom, we did everything we did was what was best for the kids, and that's the best we can say about it. And it does impact, Mitch, because you lose. You got to divide everything. It's a setback, and here's the problem: if you're into your 30s or 40s and you have a divorce, you've lost the compounding power of your savings investments. You've lost it. And there's no making up once you lose that. What's better than a senior discount car wash? $1. Yeah, there you go. Cheers. Cheers to you, Mark. I should, that sounds like a good t-shirt thing. Trying to be perfect squelch is a lot of my idea. Oh, man, Mitch, I want to get to know you because actually, even the perfectionism is, I think the older I've gotten, it was always something that was kind of good in the past, but now it is it's a killer of energy and life and things. I just quit things because it's not good enough. And truth be told, that video I put out was so I thought wasn't even averaged in my mind that I put out that now is 4,000, which is fine. That'd be great. If I could get 4,000 views on every video, I'd be happy. And then have a viral one every couple times a year. That'd be great. That would fund my retirement right there. It would. And wow, I just said, it's amazing I even published it. Popsy guy says will do. Okay. Make sure to hit the like. Yeah, will do. There we go. Brad, are you still here? I don't think we're going to get that poll. I can try and make you a mod. Okay, yeah. I'm making an executive decision here. Let's put Brad in. I want to see what limited moderating powers are. D. And you can control him. Enjoy the treat during this intermission. Oh, that was probably back when I went to go get the coffee mug. How to do the whatnot thing to find the mug. Okay, yeah, Popsy guy, it's not. It's a couple weeks off. I will text you or call you. I saw your video. Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about my? You talking about my video? This is my show. You can only talk about my videos. Yeah, yeah. You're welcome, Mark. Yeah, it was fun, man. So when you called me out on that video when I went and got the Starbucks, I wasn't thinking about. I had planned to do an actual whole video about the McDonald's coffee, but it just so happened, and I thought, oh shoot, he probably thinks I just blew off his deal. No, I did not. I was all for getting that McDonald's coffee, and it just worked out. I was going to McDonald's for ice. Share my little secret. Ice is great, you know. I thought I'll get a senior coffee. So if we get a fund going for some shorts for your live, will you take us on a trip for those shorts? Shorts. For some shorts for your live? What are we talking about? Boomer poll. What's the biggest lie you were told? Hey, you'll get it when you're older. Retirement is relaxing. Wait until you have kids. Your bladder gives plenty of warmth. That's good. Hold on. That's funny right there. I might should put that. That's a good. That's a good poll. So you'd put A, B, C, or D. You know what, Brad? I'd put that up, but it's too much typing. Yes, that is great. An 80s TV show intro. Yeah, the man, I'm so far behind. I think you're talking about the intro Brad did, the musical intro. The make a comment. You should have your shield now. I caved with that song. Yeah, Brad, she really liked it. I sent her a copy of it a few days. Yeah, super professional, isn't it? Part-time job keeps me from hitting my hit. Yeah, yeah. You know, Mitch. Yeah. I mean, I do look forward though to control of my time. It's my biggest problem. I can't go see my grandkids until I get it approved. I got to approve my time off 3 weeks out, and I don't have any time off as far as vacation because I use it all. I got 2 weeks a year. This year I get 3 weeks, and I don't get it till the end of September. It's all those things that are frustrating. It'd be nice to have the freedom to just go. Since I've stopped working, I'm more aware of the hidden costs, leaving lights on a lot, and I've just adjusted. Yeah, yeah, I got no problem with that. You had talked about that teeth whitening on another live. Yeah, more than teeth whitening, or it's gone beyond that now, D. I'm thinking of having caps, porcelain veneers, actually actual porcelain. Because for a few $1,000s, if I go to Vietnam, you know, I already know kind of how to schedule a trip like that. I would go for that. Oh, no. Better massage me. File my tag and apologize when I sit down. Oh, they get a lot more expensive than that. A 1 year cushion is all. Yeah, I have a 1+ year right now. Yeah, yeah. But, you know, when you're looking at being my age, you don't want to just blow through that. No, and then have to go back to work in a year. That's not the plan. That's why I'm working on a YouTube channel, Whatnot Auctions. I'll be sharing more of that in detail in some videos, but also at the school group, SKOOL. We'll have some discussions over there on it. I'll be happy to actually do some videos over there talking about it because I think there's a number of people that are 60 plus, you know, using that to supplement their retirements, and some really well. And I'm learning the pros and cons of doing that. It's not all easy. Nice shield, Brad. Where's Brad's shield? Oh, here it is. They made me a moderator. I had the power for Thursday and already understand how dictators happen. Yeah, look at that, man. Look at that. He's got the wrench. He's got the wrench. Just remember that I'm the super mod around here. Okay, be careful now, D. Don't be getting throwing your weight around. Your power. Wait a second. Where am I? Mitch, been watching Real Summer Months. Would love to share my story with the group. Nothing special, but I enjoy sharing and maybe some. Hey, you know what, Brad? Mitch, let's talk. Come over to the school group or just drop me an email. It's on my About page. And maybe we could do a live. That'd be cool. Nomadic is here. Hi ho, boomerinos. Oh my gosh, boomerinos. You don't watch a guy in the Philippines, do you? Calls them baby-roonies. Phil Short's fun was a little short. Wait, what? D, knock it off. See, D's bribing me for that moderator power. Come on. What's my shorts fun? D, I'm lost. What was that about? I'm working part-time, 20 hours per month, but still pulling about 2% from the portfolio. Oh yeah, hey, Jen Jones, and you know this, I'm sure, 2%, like they say, 4%, it'll last probably forever. And the Mr. Fire guy, what's his name? I just saw him interviewed recently. He came in my YouTube feed. Pretty interesting what he's been up to, um, uh, and how he's doing, which he's doing fine. Oh, I caught up. Phil has a super wrench, Husky brand. And for those of you watching, the Husky brand is the Home Depot brand. I'm caught up. So D, you need to tell me about this shorts fun. The shorts you were wearing. Oh my gosh, that's the day your clock. I can find a deal on whatnot. Hey, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. I'd be real wary about buying clothes on whatnot just because of the sizing. This is why Amazon is so good because I have bought some clothes from Amazon, um, because of the return. Return on Amazon is, I never returned anything until that past year, and now if something comes I'm not happy with it, I drive 3 miles over to the Whole Foods. They have a return thing there. Literally usually walk right in, give it to them, give them my little scan thing, and I'm out of there. And it's back in my account that day. But yeah, what was else I was going to say about clothes? I've had bought stuff on eBay, people. On my Columbia shirts, some of these name brand shirts that people have criticized me on. I bought them on eBay. They're 45 to 60 some dollar shirts, the fishing shirts. I get them on eBay for $15, $20 tops. And I always have my little ways of figuring out what's good quality. I look at the tag. Is it worn? You know, if it looks brand new and the deal, everything looks good, man, it's I've gotten some great shirts from there for a fraction of the price. I'm not fire. I'm 65. Yeah, but you know what? Some of the principles of the fire, and it's come under fire actually recently about it not being what it people think it is. But good for those people that were able to focus on being debt free and living simple and doing things that And I will say this: every, I think every person that's been successful with the fire approach, the oh gosh, what's it? Retirement early. I can't remember what the acronym is, but they've all had six-figure jobs in their 30s, their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. And guys, I just don't relate to that because I had poverty level jobs teaching in the place I was at. We were just over the poverty level. And I've yet to really see someone that's really, the ones that have gotten to retirement usually didn't go through divorces. They worked part-time jobs for 40 years and they taught for 40 years. They saved as much as they could and they have a nice little stash. They've got a paid off simple home and they're doing well. They can fully retire. But these people that, you know, had the bigger incomes, it's a lot. I'm not making excuses, but even with the bigger income, you can overcome some of the things that happen in life, whether it be a medical thing or a divorce. You can recover from it when you're making six figures. Where are we at here? Frozen. I'm working part-time, 20 hours per month. Oh yeah, 2%. That's actually a good plan, Jen Jones. has a super wrench. Husky Brown. Okay, I'm finding where I'm at here. Oh boy. Got that already. Got to get ready for karaoke. Elvis and Michael Bublé tonight. All right. I think you're actually going to a real karaoke, right? They do some kind. Yeah, they do that on Whatnot. I think maybe we should do that some night. My Social Security and small pension covers basic life. Part-time work allows for my fun money. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. And you know what? Working a little bit kind of keeps you out of trouble. Keeps you kind of gives you more to do. Because to be honest, when you have total freedom, what are you going to do with all that time? And it's not about then doing something full time again. Like even if you're a YouTube creator, you don't want to be doing that every day for 8 hours a day. You can get new with tags for under $10. Good brands. Yeah, yeah, on Whatnot or anywhere. Fire is great as long as you live long enough to enjoy it. And see Mitch, yeah. And no one knows that day. As a matter of fact, if you were to look at actuary tables, which the government has, and they're very accurate, and if you have any comorbidities, like I have a comorbid, you need to pay closer attention of not the average time, or basically if you go over 74, 75 years of age to get into your 80s, you're an anomaly. Everybody thinks you're going to live to that old age. No, the average right now for a American male is white American male, I think, is 70, mid 70s. And if you've had some, and the first health event most people have is at 66 years and 1 month. That came out this past year. These are the realities. And it can happen overnight. So, yeah, I mean, you got to live for today. That's what you got to do. That's why I'm not looking for a long-term investment. You're going to be, no, not looking for it. I buy no print plain t-shirts from Michaels. Ah, yeah, they have like 11 colors for $5. Ah, very interesting. We should start a thing about little hacks you can do when you retire. What's the oldest thing in your house that you still say they don't make them like that anymore about? That's a good question. That'd be an interesting conversation. They don't make them like this anymore. Well, I have a lot of things because the older you get, I think the more things you have. I'm just seeing if there's anything nearby for you guys. I don't know what you guys have. They don't make them like that anymore. Hmm. I don't see anything in my view. uh, Teach us how to use. Yeah, what was this a reference of? Hold on. Oh, that picture, the old thing in the rental. Yeah, I got that off Reddit. Give us an update on that. Creatine. Yeah, well, I have it in my coffee right now. I think it's good. It's tasteless. It mixes well. And again, this was one of the few, but what do you call it? Buys. So I didn't go to Costco to buy it. I was coming around a corner and there it was. It's in that video. $18 for a whole thing. Heard good things about it, especially for mental. The big thing is the mental stimulus. It does good, as well as the body. So I think it's weird. I think I have more energy. I have less. I feel better. I've been taking a minimum amount per day, or just about every day, 5 milligrams, one scoop. They say power dose it for 10 days, like 20 to 30 milligrams. I ain't doing that. So I'm just kind of putting this compound in. This right here is just regular coffee with some heavy whipping cream. So I'm still going to keep using it. I'll keep you updated. There are two ways to increase your wealth: increase your means or decrease your wants. The best of both. Yeah, yeah. Old Ben Tanklin. You old guy, Popsy. You can't. That's your word processing. Benjamin with two N's. But we know what you mean. That's good. Yep. And I think the older you get, the increasing your means is just means you either gotta increase your. I'm not willing to do the things I suppose that might increase my means. And to be honest, most corporations, for example, are not. They don't want to put you in their management programs. Um, no, and I don't blame them per se. You are now not as valuable as a younger person to them. Financial independence, retire early. There it is. Yep. I enjoyed hearing some of their stories, but you know what I found, Jen Jones? I think without exception, every single person that was able to retire in their 40s or 50s or early, or even in their 30s, they had these huge paying jobs, 100 to 200,000 a year. And I'm going to just say, if I had that, and with my mindset even back then, I would have been able to retire. I was always a saver. I was always an investor. And, at making that kind of, I always lived, well, I lived below my means, but, you know, yeah, because, the house we bought, the first house we bought, was the cheapest, smallest house by that builder in the neighborhood. I didn't go out. We didn't push it to the real nice homes. At that time, we're selling in the $90,000. We bought the $72,000 house. It was just 2 bedroom house. I mean, so yeah. But had I been making, and I was making 19,000, my buddies were making 60, 70, even 80,000. So when you're making that kind of money, you go through a divorce or you go through something, or you have a medical bill, you're raising a family, and all of a sudden you have a setback, you regroup, you cut back something, and you've got 6 figures coming in the next year. I had 19,000, and it was costing us over 19,000 to live, because my kid's mom, she worked too. Ah, that's the reality. In retirement, my wants have decreased, which is something I didn't expect. Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm just, uh, you know, I can't tell you how many shirts, they don't make them like that anymore, things I have that I've had for 15 years or more. And you know how I know that? A picture will show up from my Google Photos or my Amazon photos where they're saved. And I'll look at the date of that picture 15 years ago. And I go, oh my God, I was wearing that shirt back then. It is crazy. And I think, wow, I've lived a pretty frugal life. And then I'm embarrassed. Some of these clothes are still in great shape. I'm going to keep wearing them, but the next live, I should wear one of the shirts that's over 15 years old. See, that's something for y'all. We'll see how that goes. Or maybe I should do a video about that. Yeah, I don't really care anymore. I don't buy a lot of, yeah. I'm trying to think, if you guys could buy one thing though. Okay, it's my teeth. If I could spend, I would be tempted to spend $3,000 and the trip over for a vacation in Da Nang. Then go to Vietnam. They're all over. You can go to Hanoi. You can go wherever. Seoul, not Seoul, but Da Nang has some really budding dental services now, and people from all over the world are going over there. That would be something I'd seriously consider. Yeah, I would. Still working, but I don't really want. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I think it's because we've gotten out, I think, of the rat race. We've gotten out of the trying to impress. We've gotten out of it's not important that I have a name brand deal. And the things that I enjoy now are things that bring me, and you, I'm sure, they bring happiness. What is that? Being around grandkids. Maybe having a nice little dinner, maybe going out once a month or something and having but I won't go out now and spend $100. That's not worth it. But I might go splurge on the happy hour sushi here at the sushi broker. It's good. Hey, Debbie, it's late where you are. I think I'm the oldest thing in my house. Yeah, and you know what, Debbie? There you go, Brad. They don't make them like this anymore. Oh, interesting. Oh, Debbie, I have to. There you go. That's a good question. Is there anything in your house that's older than you are? And that's only kind of fun when you're the age we all are. What's the Home Depot employee discount? A zero. I thought there was one too. That's how I got the job there. I asked my neighbor who was working there, "Hey man, you get a discount because I'm going to do this or that?" No, we don't get. They don't give us a discount. They do not give us a discount. Mitch, 2006 Toyota Matrix with 400,000 miles. Wow. Don't make them like that anymore. Hey, isn't that the truth? Recently gave it to my son. Bought a Subaru for free. Now, did you buy a brand new Subaru, Mitch, or a used one? Because I have a 2000 Avalon, which is affectionately known on this channel as the Maserati. There's a whole story behind that. I'll go into it another time. Because a lot of the new subscribers or viewers to the channel have no idea of my reference. And I've even told myself to quit making that reference sometimes in my videos about the Maserati. Because some people think I bought a Maserati and I have a video that talks about I blew my retirement on this Maserati, $150,000 one. I'll tell the whole background of that another time. Those of you who've been around a while kind of know it. But my 2000 Avalon with 160 some thousand miles on it, pretty cool. Bought it from the original owner, but it's starting to have a little whatever, and I've got to get the new license plates in next month, and I have to pass an emissions, and so it's never failed yet, but if it does, it's usually a very expensive. You have to do the catalytic converter typically. That's over $1,000, maybe two. It's like the car. I don't know what I'm going to do at that point, but yeah. And I don't really see myself buying a new car again. I don't want to go into debt for a new car that much, but I would have to find something used that is good. That's what Popsy guy would say. I'm the oldest thing in my house. I'm trying to think. I think I am too. But I don't know. Because I've got a bunch of stuff around here that goes back a long time. You know what? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I've got some stuff. Yeah, I got some stuff around here that are more antique than I am. Hope to get 300,000 for that out of my F350. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I want it to last. Yep. Well, take care of it. I bet you do. You can for sure. It was needed to pull our 40-foot, 13,000-pound fifth wheel. Ah, very good. The fire community tend to be high. Jan Jones, I'm telling you, I can't think of one example in the fire community. I've watched a lot of video about these guys. Very interesting stories. Very cool ideas about what they did and how they all live. And that's the other thing. They not only had high income salaries, they lived a simple life. Combine that together, man, that's a powerful combination. Hey, Kevin, what famous film have you not seen that shocks others? You haven't seen most of them, Kevin, because I'm not a film goer. I'm not a movie goer, never have been. Yeah, I get that all the time. Now with new young people, it's like, yeah, I'm not watching that. I find, the other question is, I find very few movies today even interest me. No, I'm not into all the Marvel stuff. I just, man, what's that real popular one, Jack, where he's kind of does all that fancy stuff. Yeah. Go back. He's the modern day Clint Eastwood, but he can do all this stuff. Nah, I like Clint. Just carry that big old 45, point it and shoot. That was my superhero. But famous film. So I would have to say, Kevin, most of them. If you gave me, Kevin, give me your one, and I'll tell you if I've seen it. Probably haven't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, Mitch. There we go. That's a good question. Uh, that's a pretty good question, Kevin. Kentucky Lady, you beat me to it. Oh, what did she beat you to? I don't remember. Oh yeah, not having. You're the oldest thing in the house. Welcome to the live, everyone. Oh, please, do not insult each other. So, Alan, you made a comment at 10 o'clock today. I'm not sure how that ended up in there, and then it disappeared. But you threatened everybody. So this is the fake chat room moderator. D, do not make him a moderator. I thought you were the real Brad. That's funny, Mitch. I haven't seen Titanic. Yep, I haven't seen it either. Phil, it's Mike from work. What's up, Mike? Oh, Mike. Oh, wait a second. Now we have multiple Mike. I know a lot of Mikes. Your avatar tells me exactly who you are. Hail to what is it? Hail to the king, baby. That's between. This guy has the absolute best. When he gets a text, kind of a voice back in the day. Hail to the king, baby. I liked it so much I wanted to take it, and I got grief from these young guys, Mike and Antonio, saying, "Oh, that's wrong." I thought, man, I can't. Why can't I put that on my phone? So when I get a text, it says, "Hail to the king, baby." But Mike, I didn't do it. I did not do it. Good, Mike. Thanks for dropping in. Phil, I think they shave part of your teeth to prepare for veneers. Okay, so here's what I'm learning. I think I don't want veneers per se. I don't know what they're called, but they're like all what the people in the '60s, all the Hollywood people with perfect teeth. And now here what I thought, I'll just do the top part. I won't do the bottom part. I'll do veneers, whatever. All I got to say is if they can make my mouth healthy and whatever, wealthy and wise. Can you guys see me here? Man, seeing these pearly whites, I mean really pearly whites. And I've got a video I've thought about. You know what? Growing up, I was bullied about my teeth as a young kid. And I haven't even thought about that in years, but it hit me recently for another reason. That's a story maybe to be told. I'll bet many of you were bullied about your teeth. I had buck teeth. It was, I guess it made me tougher, but yeah, I was not a popular. I was a kid that was liked, but I was a kid. Yeah, it's a bully, man. It's a bad deal. So maybe that's why when I think about it, if there's one thing I'd do in my life now, even though I don't care, I had a whole story. I did have braces. My parents, I give them a lot of, they sacrificed for that actually. But yeah, that's my big thing. I'd be tempted to spend 3 or so grand on it. Again, in the United States, it will never happen. I won't spend 20, 30, 40,000. No. And it's immoral what's going on out there. I was trying to, Brad. Oh, I don't know what that's about. 6 figures does not necessarily equate to easy street. Don't expect sympathy, as people could be much more difficult, but I don't spend like a drunken sailor. How about just a drunken? What's worse than a drunken sailor, Mitch, is a drunken boomer spending their retirement. How about that? No, it doesn't, Mitch. But the Fire Network people, that's what you'll find, is they didn't get to be retire early by frivolous spending or buying. They usually bought used cars, paid cash for everything, paid off their homes early. They lived frugal lives, and all credit to them, man. They did it. My husband is older than me, but that's about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, some of you have dogs. If you go dog years, I'll bet they're older than you, right? Jen Jones, I'd like to. Your husband needs to be told he was honored by you tonight. Hey, yes, I remember. Did you change your? You did. You changed your sign on, or your name. I just jumped on a great discussion. You realize what is really important in life, not the stuff. Yeah, and no doubt, man. No doubt. What is? How is it? It's definitely not about the stuff. I'm trying to think. I know you, but you changed your name. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. Inflation's so bad, Home Depot employee discount went up to zero. Yeah. Let me tell you, I did get a great buy. It's going to show up on the Whatnot channel, people. I got the so as employees, we do see things that are discounted on the day, and some of these discounts are so good they disappear that day. And the funny thing is, a lot of it's from the employees grabbing it. What I bought most recently was some, Home Depot was the corporate sponsor for the World Soccer Championships, FILA. And they had some really nice lanyards that sold for about 10, 11 bucks. I got a bunch of them for 88 cents. And I'm either gonna give them away or I'm gonna use them for I'm gonna use them on my Whatnot. I can start my $2 starts or something, do something like that, or $3 or $4. Right now they're being sold online for about 10 bucks. But they're just cool lanyards. They are. So if you're a lanyard person, these will be a good buy for somebody. I had a good salary with Social Security Administration, but I also had work expenses that took a good part of that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man. There's good wages, there's poor wages, and then there's wages that are way above uh, your monthly expenses. I don't know. I'm catching up here. One year used Subaru. Oh, there you go. Paid cash. Oh, that's awesome, Mitch. Yeah, 1 year old. Yeah, Subaru. Uh, Great cars. A lot of people in Colorado own those for their four wheel drive. If you have the 4-wheel drive one, they're awesome. Well made. This is Phil's moderator. Please be. I don't know about you, Alan. You got no power. I couldn't work at Home Depot. You start the day selling mulch and somehow end explaining toilets to a man holding a live chicken. Oh boy, that's it's possible. Everything about that I have seen except the live chicken. You're not. No, you're not. Timeout for you. Oh, did you put him in timeout? That's hilarious. I think you'd make. That's funny if you did. I'll have to give him crap tomorrow when I see him. Many of the fire channels I watch are people that retired 57 to 60 with 500K. They had low income. Okay, now wait. Yeah, Marks. I mean, I'm thinking of there's two I saw today. One of them's really doing well. He's the guy with the wears the glasses. I'll think of his name here in a second. I enjoy his channel. Again, I don't relate to it per se. Matter of fact, I looked him up. I watched enough of his channel to find out what this guy make, because I always feel like, what you know, how did they make it on their salary? But he was a teacher. He was like a university. He made in his later years 70 to 80,000 a year. Uh, in California, I think too. And the other one, yeah, they have 500K. One was a woman. I was watching her video today. Just watched a little bit of it because they did good. But I'd like to find. There's very few people. I kind of know their story. If they made, let's say, during the course of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, if basically they were making 40,000 a year or less. Back in the 80s, I was making 19, 20, and then up to 30 in the 90s, 35 to 40, and then I had 2 years lately I made 65 sales. That's it. And I don't want to use that as an excuse, because I did do some indiscretionary spending during that time. So yeah, those people though that got to 500K, they're doing okay. They're still living very simple. It's all good. Paid off house is key. Yeah, paid off house, or I hear more and more now is two things: renting, but second thing very important is living in a part of the country with lower standards of living. Very important. You can't really make it if you're in, say, Colorado, let alone the state of California, state of New York, or city. I mean, you can't pay the rents that are in those places. Colorado have friends, they've moved, or they can't even find rental property, and if they can't afford it with two income earners. Yeah. And then paid off house in some areas, the property taxes kill you, especially in states that have high property taxes. So, if you're retiring on the cheap, is Tucson a better deal? If you're retiring on the cheap, I think is Tucson a better deal? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I know people like Tucson. It's got more of the college, more, you know. See, the thing about Phoenix is the variety. I think you have, you just have a lot of choices. You can live in less expensive area, versus Scottsdale, Peoria, very high rents, high values. But there's pockets all around. There's such diversity here in the Phoenix Valley. You can find your place, you can find a job as well. Lots of opportunities. So I don't think it's necessarily better. Where am I? Hold on, I lost it again. Darn it. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm tired. Oh, see, it's a good call. I gotta get back here. No, I didn't change it. Oh, Marguerite. Oh, I swear you were something different. I don't know. Where was I? Okay, here we are. Retired boomer, average cost of groceries, husband, wife, a day for the past 5 years, $15. Sharp, yeah. Best if you have at least 3 different grocers in it. Yeah. And hey, North Star, my little secret, I'm a Costco and Sam's Club. I have both memberships. People go, are you crazy? No wonder you're broke. No. Costco pays for the membership, $65 a year, just in the savings I make in my gas alone. And I don't even drive that much. I'm a mile from work. I drive very little. I fill up 1.5 times per month. But that alone, the savings pays for, over the course of the year, my Costco membership. Easy. And then I buy my toilet paper there. There's been lots of studies shown that if you buy your toilet paper at Costco, it'll pay for your $60 membership. So and then everything else that I would tend to buy there. The problem is when I buy things like creatine or a shirt from Costco, whatever. Um, yeah, but easy to pay to cover the membership fees for that. But yeah, you must eat pretty healthy. I'm thinking too, and not a lot of junk food stuff. Uh, Hold on. Oh wait. Gone with the wind. What? You guys, I'm way behind. Okay, here we go. Dirty Harry is the best. I did. Not only have I seen Dirty Harry movie, I've seen it multiple times. It must have been my Clint reference. Yeah, great movie. Gone with the Wind. Never seen it in its entirety. It's usually one of those I'll catch for a few minutes and go, black and white. I'm moving on at that point. Wasn't it a love story? Yeah, there you go. That's right. Got timed out. Mike T, Big Mike. Yeah, Big Mike is here from Home Depot. I've got probably half the people in here are Home Depot people. I'm kicking Mike out of the chat. Oh, whatever, Alan. You fake moderator. Bill's plate is H2K, baby. Oh, come on. H2K, what is that? I don't know the reference. Fill me in. Fill me in. Chat room moderator, be careful. You'll get another timeout. That's right, D. Stay on that guy. Retired boomer, average cost. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that is pretty cool. Yep. So, my Sam's Club, now that's 60 some dollars a year. But I do now, I've switched most of my buying to there, and that easily pays for itself. I can buy gas there, but typically I get my ribeye steaks there. People, I'll spend $50 on ribeyes. For 3 of them, I'll get a minimum of 9 meals. Believe it or not, I get 3 meals out of each steak, pretty much. 9 times, that's just a little over $5 a meal right there. So it's amazing to eat steak for $5 to $6 a meal. I usually only eat twice a day, so I get plenty of savings out of that. Yeah, D, I'm not sure. H2K, Fill us in. Remember when we were kids and ate candy corn and bit the white part? Yeah, or it was yellow. Yeah, it was white or yellow, and said it was a tooth. Yep. Yeah, there you go. That's, you know what? These are memories I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to ask my grandkids if they do that. I bet they do. North Star. I wish we spent 150 teen a week in one store and 200 every 2 weeks at Walmart. Around 900 a month on groceries. Well, I can see where that can happen for sure. I don't spend that. I spend $100. I spent $100 at Sam's Club and Costco this past week, but I won't have to go back for. Yeah, I'm spending maybe 400 some a month. Easy Street equals born billionaire. Yeah, I don't know many of those. We are very lucky here in our northwest corner of Arizona, northwest. That's up by like right there off of what's oh goodness, northwest. Kroger, Smith, Safeway, Walmart, and so on. Oh yeah, there you go. That's good. What am I thinking of over there? Kind of off of 40, the big town over there. Well, I'm thinking of the one that borders Laughlin. No, I didn't change it. I'm still the same. Okay, gosh. Good to see ya. What's the retirement brand of vodka? What's the retirement brand of vodka? Well, if you drink, that would be Costco's Kirkland brand. Wow, so excited to get into this live, the only channel I truly relate to. Yeah, hey California, thanks for your comments on the recent video. I don't know, I'm still catching up with some of them. Good to see you here. And you know what? Stick around, because as I end it, I think I'll end it with the Brad opening for those of you who missed it. Oh, absolute. Uh-huh. I'd love to see your lanterns. What are we talking? Have you ever considered doing stand-up? Whatever. No. No. I have my moments though. High wages, low wages, and wages so low the government will pay you to stay there. Yeah, no doubt. What's Home Depot employee training like? Now I have some background in what this. You watch a lot of videos, and then it went blurry all of a sudden, guys. Let's see, put this up here. Uh-oh, having trouble with my Logic Cam. It does this. It's out of whack. I have to get up here like this. Oh, there it worked. But depends, it's pretty loose. It's whoever you, depending on what department you get assigned to, and then hopefully you get someone out there that knows how to teach you the ropes. Whenever I talk to the next one getting ready to retire, I tell them if you still have your teeth, carry a dental advantage plan. Save us. Yeah, well, yeah, but see, so here's the thing. The dental plan, here's what I found. And this is why I still have some bad areas on my teeth. I've been to 2 dentists in the last year. Walked out of there, instead of just, I want this one pulled, and then this cavity fit. And actually, it was a crown that came off. They don't want to recrown it. They say, oh, they can't. They want to put an implant in. Then they give you a whole, I was there for over an hour to get a simple procedure done, but they wanted to present how they would save all my teeth, make them all good, and the low end was $11,000. I came in for a tooth extraction at this point. Because you can't crown it. I'm not doing all that. They had me thinking about it, but no. So now it's either Mexico or probably Vietnam, and I'm going to come back with a brand new smile. And the dental plan, I guess, the one I have now doesn't pay. Well, here's the biggest problem. They limit how much they'll pay out in a year. They'll cover like one root canal a year. And everybody gets a root canal now. I mean, to me, I have been made to feel like I was going into a dealership service manager. You go in there to get this done, and you're going to pay top dollar for that, but they want to also, now they're going to find, you're walking out of there with 5 times what you should be spending, or more. And that's how I feel at the dentist now. And I understand, they got a bill. They don't want to just fix you. They're trying to hit home runs, and I'm pretty fed up with it. Home Depot, what section? I thought working in the garden department seemed fun. Well, no, not in the summertime here. Garden is not where you want to be, man. It's tough. It's good maybe the rest of the year, but I started at service desk for 4 years and dealing mostly with returns, orders, problems, complaints, and then I'd had enough. I wanted something different, so I went to what's called head cashier, front end manager. I like front end manager. That's how I log in. I basically am in charge of the cashiers. That's a joke because there's some people I work with at service desk. They're technically cashiers, but they're not. I like to throw that at them every so often. Say, hey, hey, careful. You know who you're talking to here? Your boss, your manager. No, it's not. But so I work up there, and basically, I'm responsible for dispersing the money and depositing the money for the store. That's the most important thing. I carry the key. That's my power thing. My claim to power is I carry the key that has access to the moolah. Um, and I've done that for the last year. If you work in lumber, does somebody teach you carbon base, or do they just show you manually? No, they don't even do that. You've been to Home Depot. Most people now that work in the departments have no experience in the departments. So if you and a lot of questions that you'll see in the departments, really you should be asking a contractor, a licensed contractor, not some 20-year-old in a department, or even a 40 or 50-year-old. I have no experience with electrical, but people think I do. I'm not giving that. You don't want my advice on electrical. That'd be dangerous. I watched Dwayne on Retire. Oh, Dwayne is the guy with the glasses. He worked in the yes, that's the guy I was referencing a few minutes ago, and I watched his video today. How he's doing? It's doing pretty good, but it's still fragile because his stock. He started what a few years, 2000 whatever, 2021, and he's maintained his pretty much his $500,000. But he was talking about his YouTube channel. He was getting about 1,800, now that dropped down to 12 this month. Yep. Yeah, he was in the music game, but I think his best ever was 80,000 a year or something, and that was only toward the end of his career. What does Phil drink on Taco Tuesdays? Water, Coke Zero, large white Russians. No. Oh, yeah. If you had a dental plan knowing you have some teeth issues at retirement and need dentures, you're only going to be out, okay, on a done deal dentures. Yes, save your. Now, here's something I will admit. I thought it would be a nightmare to lose my teeth. And now it's like, nah. If it's these implants are the new thing in dentistry because they're thousands of dollars. And you know what they won't tell you? I've done the research. There is a failure rate for these things, but there's no way of telling until you're $4,000, $5,000 down the road, and a year later, and it starts to fail. So yeah, but yeah, dentures may be the way to go. Debt free, gonna stay that way. Yeah, me too. I haven't touched any of my investments since I retired. So that's good. That's good. Saw a thing interesting today. Listening to this one talk. This guy's an advisor, and he says, it's just as hard for retirees, for people to save to go into the spending mode after they retire. They have extremely difficult time now to spend the money they work so hard to earn and then spend it. There's just so people end up with big, lots of money that they never spent because they were just too afraid to spend it. It's a catch-22. You don't want to run out, though. Retire mentioned his mom passed away. It seems to me we likely inherited some money, but does not admit to it. But his math doesn't add up. Retired dearly. I don't know who that is per se. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. You never know what the whole story is on everybody. That's like Dave Ramsey. Hearing those calls, it just irritates me. We're debt free. Well, tell me, congratulations. So how'd you do it? I retired $600,000 in the last 3 years. I get angry about this. You retired $600,000, that included their home, in 3 years. What the hell? How much did you? Oh, how much do you earn? Oh, we earn. I earn 180,000 a year. My wife earns 170,000 a year. You've done nothing impressive to me. These people that do. Yeah, and we ate beans and rice. Oh, whatever. Can't believe these people with these huge incomes. God, fantastic. But it's just so unrealistic for the average person out there, the average young people with a family making just enough to cover their means. And I'm talking about people that are living beyond their means, which most people have to do today. Beyond their means doesn't mean a whole lot anymore. It's just really sad to hear these stories, and they get all celebratory and congratulations, really proud of you, man. Oh, I want to use a choice word or two about that right now. So yeah, you got to know the story. But it is a great thing. You're making 300,000 a year, and you retired 200,000 dollars in debt. Whatever. Over my career, I didn't even make. Um, I didn't even make 600,000 total for 20 years, 20 plus years. He is making about 18 or 2,000 a month. Oh, we're talking about Dwayne maybe. Yeah, I saw that. Yep, I saw that. But he started with, he saved. I think he lived a pretty frugal life, I think. But yeah, we never know what the whole story is. How did you retract your message, Jen Jones? Oh, the moderator wants to know. Almost applied to Home Depot, but got a part-time job at a welcome desk at a rec center I go to. Super bonus. Cool. It's across the street from me. So, oh yeah, Mitch, I'm less than a mile away, and now I think about working anywhere else. It's like it's got to be, I don't want to drive more than 2 miles to go to work anymore. That's another change. American dental insurance is trash. Yeah, well, it is the ones that I've had. They're so limited. You can max them out like that. We bought a dumpy off-grid home, renovated it. Cool. Grow food. We spend about $2,400 a month. Semi retired, working half the year together. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've thought about that, California. Maybe working uh, we have working seasonal jobs here, like the holidays. They pay really good. You can do overtime, and then not, using that to live the rest of the year free. But can I put in 10 or more hours a day, 6, 7 days a week? I don't know if I could. But anyways, may not have to actually. Yep. Come up here to Fort Mojave. Oh, Fort Mojave, there you go. Yeah, Northwest Arizona. You can still get in for mid 300 to 400. Cheaper property tax, good area. Very hot, great winters. Oh, interesting, North Star. Very cool. Yeah, good. I have federal dental insurance with United Concord. No frills. Yeah, but yeah, that's good. Almost applied to Home Depot from watching your video. Well, Mitch, there is a video I could make that basically says, I still love it. It's like, the complaints I have that I'll make, I was telling a coworker this yesterday. What the hell? I should be, don't let it get to me. I'm getting paid well, 20 some bucks an hour, uh, which is nothing. But still, for me, I can save, and pretty much people leave me alone because I'm Phil. I'm, I'm gonna, don't try to whatever. I just, I do the best I can, and but I get worn out. I'm burned out, I think, on this job, and I can tell you, I can list off some things that why you don't want to work for Home Depot. And by the way, there's a guy. We were kind of, he reached out a little bit on a comment. he has his. I just looked at it the other day. I think his name is. Anyway, you can look him up. His the retiree that worked at Lowe's, and he worked there for 1 month, and walked out. And when if you watch that video, it's it's a viral video. I related to every single thing he was talking about. So, but I would say it's not a bad deal. It isn't, and yes, but he retired at 59. Stated he never made money and started saving late. Yeah, he never made even like you said. He made average money 60,000 a year. Doesn't add up unless he had an inheritance. You know, I've questioned it too, Jen Jones. But you know, it is what it is. What all his channel is at least he's talking about. This is what he has, and he's just kind of documenting that right now. And he lives in a mobile, I think, out there on a little bit of property in California. All these is great for saving our. I'm not convinced about that. I've never been. We have one. I have one a mile, 2 miles away, but everybody raves about it for sure. With 37 here, hit the like button. 37. Yeah, we're down now. People are dropping off. They're tired of this stuff. I'm getting tired. H2K baby, hail to hail to the king. Mike, I don't know if he's yeah, I don't think he's kind of working whatever. He's probably on break, but yeah, hail to the king, baby. I'm gonna get that. That it's hilarious. It's from a movie. Cyclist, a guy at Home Depot told me that the garden department is the best part to work to meet women. Is that true? I don't know about that either. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Phil, given the reality of American politics, do you think it's actually better to keep and expand the welfare state? Ooh. No, I don't think it's good to expand it. But on the other hand, with what are they calling it? Universal income, whatever that's called. It seems like that's going to be the future. Capitalism and the U.S. constitutional, what we've been for 250 years. I don't. It's going to change. I don't think it's going to survive. I would certainly give you a higher quality woman. It would certainly give you a higher. What, the garden department? I went to a garden party at Home Depot. Can't wait to downsize. Yeah, you know what, Jen Jones? I'd like to be closer to my kids, and I thought about doing that. Or going to the Midwest. I mean, there's some really good areas there. Phil needs to fill us in on his weed advice. Oh, yeah, very funny. D is referencing the comment on the last video about a guy talking about if I could advise him on his weed thing in a state where it's illegal. D said, is there something about you we should know? I almost deleted the comment. I thought, no, I'll leave it there. I was going to reply. I said, well, and this is my advice, is move to a state where you can buy your weed from government, like Arizona or Colorado. How did Phil choose between Sam's and Costco? Well, I have them both now because I got one of those free ones, and now I buy more from Sam's. So Costco's for my gas, whatever. It's easier in and out. They're great. I know I save $60 a year easily with the gas prices at Costco. And there's a few things I still like at Costco brand wise. But then Sam's Club, man, I buy a lot of. I found a lot of. What did I buy today? I bought the vitamin water, $16. I like to get well, what I love about Sam's Club, if you go in during the week in the morning, they actually will discount their ribeyes. So man, you can get it. If you go to a regular grocery store, you're going to be paying 18 to 20 plus dollars per pound. You can get it for $13 a pound, clearance, whatever. Yeah, it's just a no-brainer to have those around. No, I'd flirt back, but my wife has all the passwords. The premium subscription's okay. Oh my goodness. Since retiring, I've been able to get all. Oh, wow. That's cool. You know, Mitch, I'm thinking. I've been doing a lot of thinking recently in the last few months that it just seems like my energy and my attitude has gone continues to get worse. And I think about that part of it though is my own fault. I've ended up here, and now it's about making the best of the way things have turned out, and it's my own fault for the most part. Not 100%, but yeah, I could have made some differences where I didn't end up without the nest egg. But I think about that, man. If I could do what have more control of my time, go see my kids when I want to, takes a little bit. Yeah, I'd probably be happier. Oh, what is this? Did the antidepressants work? Apparently, shrooms is allegedly a really good antidepressant. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard some really weird things about those. Your wife's no dummy. Yeah, that's right. Dropped my dental insurance. Been blessed with good teeth. Insurance was break even at best for me. Yeah, yeah. The dental insurance is whatever. 2 jewels a silver star. Hey Smith. Hey, that first comment tonight too. I don't know what that means, but thanks, man. The weird thing that happens at Home Depot. Okay, Brad has been there a lot. He doesn't work there. Check out that Phoenix avatar. I use the self checkout, do everything, then someone pops up behind me and says thank you. Then I say thank you, then feel stupid because they didn't do shit. This is so true. Yeah, this is so true. It's weird, man. We're supposed to do assisted self checkout. There's reasons for that. But yeah, I will say one or two things typically. Hey, man, thanks for coming in. Or I'll say, if they're white, I'll just say thanks. Thank you. And then, yeah, if you want to say thank you back, that's fine. You're thanking me for saying thank you. I'm thanking you for shopping at Home Depot. But that's how I never say thanks for coming in. Thanks for shopping Home Depot. Nah, I usually give. I usually get in other conversations that are are kind of fun, like people that come in for the third time in the same day. I'll go, "Are you okay? Hey, I've seen you here 3 times. You only get one more visit today. I just whatever." Stupid because I didn't do shit. Yeah, I don't. What we're doing, Brad, is we are tasked with the monitoring of the skip scan. There's a lot of that goes on. So, we are to politely just point out, oh, can I help you with that? Or, did you want to pay for that today? And all they have to say is, no, I can't afford it. And they walk out. And we go say, have a nice day. Thank you. That's a pretty good description, though, of every day at Home Depot. Why do they do that? Yeah, we're supposed to. We're supposed to greet. We are supposed to greet everyone that comes in the store and thank. It's required. Every single person in the store, we're supposed to thank. It's called get. Greet, engage, thank, and we get evaluated on that. So, you know, I think it. I think to deter. Yeah, there you go, California. That is. You were thinking it's to deter shoplifters. That's exactly right. We really aren't. We really aren't thanking you sincerely. Actually, we are, but they should say thanks for choosing Home Depot or something else. That gets old though. I'll just say, hey man, thanks. Like you came here. You could go. You got other choices. You got Ace. You got Lowe's. You got whatever. You came to see us. Thanks. I've been slow traveling. How cool is that? That would be great. During my first year of retirement, my costs have decreased, and it's been very interesting. Right? I by no means. Yeah. When you say slow travel, are you like in what? Do you have an RV? Are you staying in Airbnbs? What are you doing there, Kevin? People who call Dave Ramsey are quite affluent. Yeah, there's no question. And I try not to cuss, but it's like, you know what? What a joke. What a joke. Those with a pension are in a different situation. Most don't need to touch their investments. Yeah, pensions are good. Which they get, suppose they went away. There's a guy that's done the research. During the boomer years, our pensions went away. Depending on your insurance, if you are on a Medicare, see, they bundle it normally. I'm talking about the dental. If you are on original Medicare and supplement, you have to buy one from private insurance. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that decision. That's the big decision, guys. If I leave Home Depot, I've not had to go full time on Medicare, because if you work for a company that provides insurance, has more than 20 employees or whatever, you can delay your declaring for Medicare. You all get Part A automatically, so I have that. But I do not have to pay for the Part B or C advantages, this and that, the subscriptions, as long as I stay on the Home Depot plan. But that's, so I have to budget for that. That's going to be over 200 now easily, from what I understand. Congratulations, that sounds fun. Yeah, definitely, man. Let's see what he says. I'm catching up again. You guys kind of just, I was ready to close this thing out. Y'all start talking. Where have you seen? Yeah, I'd like to, that'd be interesting to know. Matter of fact, that would be a cool maybe live. Yeah, dental plan. I followed you on that. Yeah, slow travel. That would be a cool live maybe talk about that. Welcome to Home Depot. I love you. uh, that's a bit too much. Dave Ramsey didn't go from bankruptcy. Oh, 600 million hockey and stuff to people with no money. Yeah, yeah, he went bankrupt, but he shares his story, and I agree with a lot of what he teaches. To remove a message, you click on the three dots. Remove it. It will remove your comment. There you go. D, if you click on your message, YouTube gives you the option to retract. There you go. D just is power hungry. She wants to remove. You don't remove your comment. She removes your comment. Might have me stop all purchases at Lowe's. Might have me stop. Okay. Thanks. There we go. Yes. That's a good point. Never occurred to me. I'm not following now. My husband and I commute 3 hours each day total to work. We paint houses, stain cabinets. We work in Truckee. What? I love Truckee, man. I've been there a couple times. There was a coffee shop, Cherries, I think, or something. This is back in the day. No real jobs near us, and we get out in the summer heat. We're getting too old. Oh, very cool. Yeah, what a cool area. Expensive though. Truckee, yeah. To do it longer than 7 more years. Okay, perfect. Good plan. Yep. Hey, Roger. Army of Darkness. Oh, I don't know who Roger is. What's the Army? Army of Darkness? Have you considered being a shuttle driver? You know what? You shuttle the people back and forth. Just suggesting. Shuttle driving, yeah. I thought about the airport. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Again, though, I want more control over my time. And anytime you're working for someone, they kind of control your schedule. And I really am looking for at least periods of time during the year where I can just go where I want to go, when I want to go, etc. But you know what that takes? Moolah. But yeah, I have to look at that. It sounds like a good gig. Gig, yes, gig. Bill's garden has many Christmas trees. They're always lit too. Oh, I'm trying to catch up. Last try. You transport customers to and from their homes. Where vehicles are being sold. Yeah, what I understood though is most of the time they use Uber. Dealerships will call an Uber for their customers. But I guess they do have courtesy shuttles as well. Yes, we're planning on moving closer to kids. Yeah, perfect. I think that's a good plan. No problem with typos. We don't live in any car, but sounds like a good gig. I think so. It would be. There are a lot here. Oh, dealerships? All right. Shuttle drivers. So you have to do a search that way. Yeah, yeah. Oh, goodness. Brad could sell Brad coin. We'd all buy some if it's cheap. Antidepressants kept me a little more relaxed. They are tough to get off of. Ah, yeah. I went to my doctor during COVID. That's when I first really started feeling it's just like lackadaisical, fatigue. I said, hey, is this kind of like, I'm not, this isn't me. I'm really a sense of not well-being. And he just said, oh, Phil, we all feel that way. That was his answer. So I'm kind of glad he didn't just prescribe anything. But it seems like I got over it, and then I think the last couple of years it's gotten worse for me because I'm 4 years into five, going on 5 years into this Home Depot full-time job. Do you get to keep the Home Depot apron? Well, not you're not supposed to. They usually give you one to go with everybody signs it, tells you to good luck. It's funny. My dad must have stolen his. My dad ended up working there in his retirement. Weirdly enough, and I found his apron in this back room. Yeah, it would be a souvenir, but then I think, why do I need that's my, that's that collecting stuff, holding on because it's a memory. I'm thankful for my inflation-adjusted pension. Wow, an inflation-adjusted pension. Wow. Oh yeah, because it was government. That does make a lot of difference in my retirement. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So I agree. You do, yeah, supplement G. That's what I've heard. Ah. Then I've heard too that some states have supplements. They help you pay for it or provide it. Oh, unbelievable. That's a family member right there, guys. Please hide that last name. Wow, it's late where you are, Steve. My slow travels include, okay, local trips in Michigan, stays in Texas, and even a month in Albania. Ooh, cool. The key is longer stay. Oh yeah, I just heard that. Yeah, less moving around is less expensive, and you get better rates. Very good points. Sounds pretty cool. Chips or pretzels? Hands down, pretzels for me. Even though I'm not supposed to have any of that, or shouldn't. Who was that? Do I know this? Hey, Ocean. All right, thanks for stopping in. Camping in Colorado is my go-to. See my pet. Oh, Pagosa. Been to Pagosa one time. Lived in Colorado almost 40 years of my life. Yeah, very cool. My neck is tightening up sitting here like this. Oh yeah, wild cherries. It's still in Truckee. Yes, that's it. It was good. I thought it was good. And I'm a coffee snob. But then again, I may be headed more for the McAfee. I have federal B insurance and have thought about skipping Part B when it comes. All I know is if you skip it, I think it's you have to go through a new enrollment period and they can deny you. I think that's cool. You have an RV. Oh, yeah, I wonder, Kevin, tent camping. Oh yeah, in Colorado. I better be doing. Hey, there's a guy at the YouTube channel. He was camping, winter camping in Colorado. It's pretty cool, man. I didn't even know in a tent, but it was a really nice tent, man. Big, and he had that cast iron stove in it that kept the temperature in the tent to like really comfortable, 60, 70 degrees. Okay, that's the insurance. Yeah, worth paying 300 up front. Oh wow, yeah, man, that's a tough thing. Hey Roger, what state? I am presently in the state of Arizona, California. Liberal truckies, they can only make it about half. Can only make it about half a day. Have you been there, Brad? No tent camping for me, Mitch. Yeah, I'm over. I'm over. You know why I won't? What I don't want tent camp? I do not want to set up the tent or take it down. That's two reasons. Tents camping's not for me. Otherwise, it'd be cool. I make it pretty luxurious. Oh, I'm sure you do, man. Yes. Thank you, D. I've heard the term liberals, but not sure what you mean. I'm a Christian. It's rough finding other true Christians here. There was an excellent church called the Town Church in Truckee. Very cool. You know what, guys? I have some excellent, great liberal friends and conservatives, and I found fault with both extremes. I really can't be around the extremes. Either side. I can't do it. Yeah, cool. Roger, whoever will get to know you. Supplement N. Oh, Supplement N. I think I have heard of that for Medicare. I don't know how luxurious. Oh no, these These guys can make it like a nice condo. Chips. Oh, a chips eater. Yeah, well, I love potato chips. I love tortilla chips. But if I had to have one only, I would take pretzels. And a certain kind, though. Sourdough or the organic blue bag one. I don't know who makes it. Those are good. They're the flat ones. I eat them with my granddaughter. So fun. You would have to be there in the tent. Hey, Steven, no last name. Oh, Steve. Is Steve number 4 or number 2? Steve would be number 2. We tease him about that. That's an inside whatnot joke there, guys. Yeah, he's number 2. Yeah, Steve. Oh, he's still here. Hold on. I have done a lot of winter camping in the mountains of Colorado. Yeah. You had a place burned down in the mountains, right, Steve? Remember that? You never even told us about that. We found out later. He woke up in the middle of the night and his little apartment cabin he was engulfed in flames. And he made it out alive. Right? I never found out what was in the cup. Which cup? This cup? This was Kirkland Pacific Bold coffee with the creatine and heavy whipping cream. Oh, on the previous one was a White Russian. Yeah, a couple weeks ago it was a White Russian. Yeah, still, that's a good refreshing drink to me. It's not one of those drinks. If you sit around and drink White Russians, you got a problem. It's not only harder to pitch a tent when you get older. Emotionally, it's impossible because I'm not doing it. I'd have to find a, you know what? That would be maybe a prerequisite to my next relationship. she would have to pitch the tent. Yep, Steve's number 2, because as my brother Barry and I said, I'm number 1, he's number 3 because nobody wants to be number 2. I came up with that on the fly during one of those shows. I thought it was hilarious. There can be penalties if you want a good person. Yeah, Dr. Weir, I've watched him a lot. He has a channel on all things. Yes, he is excellent. I agree, except I don't like he's crossed over now to just bashing. He's definitely, he just needs to get away from the bashing. And I think he's also spreading some fear that I don't believe is going to happen. Because to listen to him, Social Security is going to be ruined. It's not going to be around. I disagree. It will be changed, but I think he's just trying to, call it. Yeah, that's just me. But yeah, I've learned a lot from him actually. As long as I can keep his, threatening, his scare tactics, his fear-based messages away. Hey, are you worried about our water situation? Well, am I worried? No, I don't think much about it. I said in my last video about how much worrying I do on a daily basis. That's not one of my worries. I'll tell you when it is worrisome, though, is if that water supply ever gets cut off. For example, the electricity goes out with a whatever. All the water is through electrical pumps. It comes into the valley. They say within 3 days there would start to be civil unrest, and within a week it would be chaos. There'd be no water, and in the summertime, oof, you couldn't survive here. It would be terrible. But yeah, actually the water situation for the whole western United States, maybe other places. We're in kind of dire straits. Is it Lake Mead or Powell? It's both actually. If you look right now, current pictures, the water line, very dangerously low. To the point that Lake Powell or Hoover Dam, if it drops another 10 feet or 20 feet, it will no longer be able to produce the electricity that it supplies Vegas and the western California. That's kind of what I heard. Yep. I'm not extreme mega. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Extreme anything is just not good. But I am personally America first. But that means good for all of us, wherever you are. We need to put Americans first. Ooh, that's the most political thing I've said on my channel. But America first. Americans. Now, we can fight about that because if I know there's many populations here in this country that, that we have our own problems with that. Yep, in the mountains. Yeah, that's right. That was the fire up near whatever it was, Victor, Cripple Creek, whatever. Burnt, woke up in the middle of the night. Flame everywhere. Steve thought he died and was sent to hell. He made it out into the snow of the mountains that night and realized he was still alive. Yes, Doctor really knows his stuff. Well, he worked for Social Security for what, 30 years. And he's processed so many claims. So that's good. Good stuff. Rainbow Valley near Cripple Creek, where the fight was, where the fight happened, or the fire. Yeah, the fire. Rainbow Valley. How about that, man? That's crazy. What started that fire? Creatine. I agree, California. I'm feeling good about it. Increases. Yeah, I think I'm sharper, and if I double it by 30, life is much easier now. Hey, if I doubled my memory, I'd be dangerous. Camp at 7,000 feet, man. That's like northern Colorado Springs, Black Forest. It's easy to get to 7,000 feet in Colorado. You'd have to come down some elevation if you were living in many of those cities there. You need to vet who you watch. Dr. Weir is one of those to be careful about. Yeah, he's got an agenda. He's shown more of his agenda, but I think he's a very knowledgeable guy. It's just when he starts putting out some of the things, I quit watching him because I'm not there yet. But if I need to get some more advice, I would go there. I did watch him before I applied for Social Security. He actually helped me on a couple things. I mean, just watching his shows helped me clarify some things for me. But yeah, I think his agenda is becoming more and more clear. And I think he ought to just stick to his knowledge of where things are at, what's happening, and this and that. But, guys, there's no doubt, even though this is where they divide people. I believe, like I said, I think it could change names, it could be different, but there's going to be something for all of us. It's not going to be a high standard of living, but, if you're over 60, you're not going to be put out on the street in this country. I don't believe it. I believe Ed Weir is genuine, but I could be wrong. He is genuine, California. Oh, no, there's no doubt. He just has an agenda that he's kind of crossed over, in my opinion, a little bit. He's not bad. Do you watch Dr. Weir? If so, what's your impression of his channel? D. Yeah, D, who knows a little bit about that stuff. He is, but I worked in for 20 years. Just be careful. Yeah. Yeah, he's trustworthy. I think he's a good person. He's very knowledgeable. He's an expert. But, yeah. Yes, exactly. Jojo! Thank you for agreeing to whatever you were agreeing to. All right. Never mind, D. I just saw your comment. Yeah. I'm certainly not MAGA. I run from that. However, I'm independent. Yeah, me too, California. I have good friends on both sides. I do, and I want to keep it that way. Either way, I absolutely agree with that. I always have. I'm proud to say, I take crap about it. I voted for Jimmy Carter because I was 18 at the time, but I still say to this day one of the best moral. If you ever watch, he was the first one to bring the Middle East together with Egypt and Israel. Amazing accomplishment. But then, as is now, the divisions there are beyond any deal or truce or treaty that can be made. Just the way it is. Be careful, Phil. Don't get political and feel the wrath of the mods. Oh, hey. I don't think, you have power over me? I don't think so. Watch, I'll get put in timeout. Who are the mods here? Thriving is a mod, and Brad is a limited power mod. Matter of fact, did he get a wrench by his name? Yeah, Brad and myself. But I am the creator mod. I have ultimate say. Super focused on and disability doesn't apply to me. Yeah, and it's probably Jen Jones is because he gets a lot. Think about it, of the thousands of people, tens of thousands of people that watch him and try to have questions from him. Those are really Those are really important and big. It's independent Tootsie Pop. Get to the center. Hey, I like it. Good, man. You know, I've always said too, I don't want to, and you all are being very respectful about it, and that's good. And we're all good. But I don't have a political channel. It ain't worth it, guys. I'm beginning to buy into the conspiracy theorists out there that say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in. They want us divided. I'm seeing that more and more. We gotta stay together. Okay. I just noticed your wrench is white there. I'm just trying to moderate myself at this point. Yeah, that's right. That's right. North side of Colorado Springs is 7. Yeah, yeah. Black Forest goes up to 9,000, and the highest point, if I remember right. I thought your name was bolded in blue because you were a paying member. I don't have paying members, California. Uh, oh man, I do have plans though to monetize. The channel is monetized. I am seriously considering doing some brand deals. Nothing. They get them. They're coming all the time, but I haven't accepted any. The latest one that I did reach out, I said I'll take a look at it. It was some walking shoes for seniors. But they said pick out whatever you want, and all we ask is you talk about them for 2 minutes or whatever. But I haven't done it because I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But I'm not one of those YouTubers that says I don't think because you don't accept any kind of brand or any kind of, what am I trying to say? That you don't accept advertising or promotions, that you're better than those who do. As a matter of fact, I am here to help supplement my retirement. Or otherwise, there's no way I would probably I would not be working as hard, or thereof, not really working that hard. I wouldn't even be working as hard as I am doing this on my time. I'd just stay working at Home Depot. This is a step in the direction on my runway. Details to follow. Since creatine fill went from less than an hour live to 2. Yeah, there you go, Brad. It's the creatine people. Holy cow. I'm just hanging out. We got some new people coming in the last hour. That's pretty cool. Another good one. Medicare school. Very cool. Check it out. I'm just special. Mm-hmm. Is that you talking about the short yellow bus special? No one is truly independent. Everyone has beliefs. It's just easy to sit in the middle of. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I come down on both sides on different issues. I'm independent for sure. Yeah, yeah. This is the thing. The ones that aren't independent are the ones that just vote their. They do what they're told to do by their party, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Have a good week. Jude's is still here. All right, Jude's. Thank you so much for being here almost the whole time. He does all types. Okay, divorced spouse. I don't watch for political belief, just for help. Yeah, the Medicare school. Ooh, that sounds good because that's something I'm going to be facing within a year. I'm going to have to make a choice on my Medicare, and it's very important. I do so in the enrollment period that you get, because if you miss it, you get penalized. They can deny you the care. They can not deny you the coverage. The aliens are in charge. Hey, Roger. Oh my gosh, I got a brother that believes we never landed on the moon, but oh gosh, I hear about that stuff, and I wonder if in the past did these heavenly beings, so-called aliens, maybe are involved. Yeah. Hey, look at this, man. Come on, man. Your family. Do you want me to spend it any certain way, Steve? This is going Phil's shorts fund. Oh yeah, they want me to buy new shorts because of the ones I had on previously. I will pray that you will gain wisdom for all the decisions you need to make for your semi. Yeah, prayer changes things. Good night. Thank you, Margaret. I still swear I thought you had a different one, but it's good to see you. No, Phil, I don't know how to take that special comment. Trying to see you in a good light. Yeah. We did not land on the moon. Oh no, here we go. Oh my gosh, my brother number 4, he's a fanatic about that. Matter of fact, I look at that stuff and go, wow, that does look like a cheesy tinfoil crap piece of toy that was set up in a Vegas or Hollywood set. Awesome. With the supplement Medigap plan, not first, not advantage. They cannot do the underwriting when you first sign up. Okay, that may be a topic for future. All right, guys, this is it. I'm wrapping it up. We're going to go out. Hang on as long as you'd like. Brad, you're still here. Thank you so much for this. Brad put this together, our partial powerful mod. It really is fun. Listen to these words. We're going to go out. We started the show, and we're going to end the show with this. And I'm going to leave this going out. Listen to this.
Mic check. Camera check. Live stream connection check. Lights check. Christmas lights.